Hi, this is Eugenia Mitchell, host of At Home with the Mitchells. Thanks for listening to the following podcast on Public House Media.
Hey, you're listening to Girl Hustle with Lee and Chelsea. We are two girls making our way in sales and entrepreneurship.
We set out to make this podcast after entering our late 20s and realizing we were hitting a wall and felt like our lives and careers were stagnant. After expressing this feeling to countless other women, we realized we weren't alone.
So each week we're bringing you real conversations with real people that are authentic, realistic, and relatable in hopes that you can grow into the best version of yourself. So strap in and let's hustle. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another week of Girl Hustle podcast. This is Lee, and I have a very special guest with us phoning in from her house.
Oh, hey, everybody.
With her famous catchphrase.
It's me, Chelsea.
Yay. So Chelsea's calling in because of the current state of events that we obviously are having in the world right now, and it's just the reality of the situation. But we're being responsible adults and not seeing each other in person because you never know. We're being safe. We're keeping our family and friends safe. And so this is how we're doing the intro this week.
Yep, so hardcore. Being a guest on the show.
Yeah, exactly. You're killing it so far.
Hey, it's better to be safe than sorry. And I want to be the part of the cause that helped it go away versus the part of the cause that made us all be stuck at home.
Exactly. Absolutely. That is a really great point.
Thank you.
But with that being said, obviously, we announced last week that we were having a Girl Hustle networking event that's going to be on April 13th. Well, things have progressed very quickly. So obviously, for the safety of everyone, with the progression of COVID-19, we are going to be postponing that event. Most likely end of May, beginning of June. Obviously, we'll be keeping an eye on everything, making sure that'll be the safest option for all of our guests. But yeah, so no worries. It's still happening. Just postponing it just for safety measures. We don't want anyone getting sick. We don't want to spread this. We got to come together as a country and eradicate this thing. So that's just some housekeeping. But we do have an awesome podcast lined up for you guys today.
I feel this is like the best podcast for this time because let me just tell you guys, Jamie King's energy is so intense, but like the best kind of intense, like the kind of upbeat that you need and to get your mindset in a much more positive place than I guarantee you it's probably at right now. This is the best this is the best episode to listen to for that. Freaking down. Hands
down, without a doubt. Jamie King is, obviously she's on the show today. You've seen, obviously, from the title of the podcast, she is known as the Slay Coach. And she is a business coach who is absolutely freaking incredible at what she has done. In 3 years of having her business, she's already gone, and it's a 7-figure business. Like,
yep.
And you'll be able to tell, like, in this interview, you'll be able to be like, yep, all right, I see it, I get it. That's why this girl is as successful as she is. And her big thing is she just wants to share that with people. Like, she's not trying to keep it all to herself. Like, she really, really believes that everyone can have the life that she has. And her energy is just freaking electric. And she's ridiculous and insane in the best way. And we had so much fun interviewing her.
And all, like, because we recorded this, like, here's a secret for everybody. We recorded this a few weeks ago, and so now we're doing the intro. And all last week when Lee and I were working our little butts off, Lee's little butt, my big butt, we were talking, and every time we were so tired, I was like, Lee, we are an energy plant. We are our own power plant, and I'm telling you, it freaking works. So there's a little golden nugget that you'll listen to in this podcast, and just tell yourself, you are your own energy plant, my friend.
Yes. You can create your own energy. We can get through this. Don't feel drained during this time because all of us being stuck at home, we absolutely are going to feel drained. We're going to feel unmotivated, like we're not doing anything.
Yeah.
But a feeling is just a feeling, and feelings are not who you are, and you can change that. And listen to this podcast every day and get yourself hyped, because Jamie will do this for you.
And a little side note on hyping yourself, I'm like a big believer in saging and like energy cleansing and all like that woo-woo stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend Jack at Work the Metal is going to be getting some really cool things to set the energy right in your house. So keep your eyes peeled for that, because they're going to be awesome. And I'm not going to tell anything else because it's supposed to be a cool surprise. But you surround yourself with your energy. So make your home yours and make it a happy place, and don't let anybody live rent-free in your head.
Whew. Yes, girl. Word to that. Amazing. Awesome. Well, we will... Yeah. No, that was amazing. I love that. Without further ado, though, we will go ahead and get into this interview. We love you. Stay safe. Please wash your hands. And...
for at least 20 seconds every hour. Thank you.
Please, thank you. And wear a face mask if you don't feel good. We appreciate you. And listen to Jamie King. She's amazing.
Okay. Love it.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Welcome to another amazing episode of Girl Hustle Podcast. This is Lee. Got Chelsea over here right in front of me. And today on the pod, we are so excited. We have the one, the only, the slay coach, Miss Jamie King, is in the house with us today. The Purple Princess.
The Purple Princess.
All things purple.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for being here.
This is so fun.
Yeah.
I've never done a podcast in person. I'm so excited.
It's like you can see each other's faces. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
But if you don't follow Jamie on social media, she is like this freaking badass business coach. She has countless number of clients who have gone from like nothing to making over 6 figures. She is a freaking...
I have $1 million clients.
I mean, hello, listen. She's the real deal. So we wanted to have Jamie on today, talk to her about where she got her start from, why she's so passionate.
Great story.
I make women rich.
Exactly. And because we all want to be rich women. So specifically, that's why you're on today. So so if you want to just take us back, how did you become the slay coach and what brought you to where you are today?
I'm a psycho who decided to stop being a psycho. And no, I'm a beauty school dropout who from the age of 16... try to keep this story short because I feel like it's like 33 years trying to condense it into 5 seconds. When I was 16, I knew. That was when I decided I knew I would never work for anyone else. So what happened at 16 was I was this basketball prodigy. My dad played college. Like my dad was the AAU coach and the basketball coach, and I was always the leading scorer. I was the prodigy. Like I got recruited for high schools, like where to go play sports, and like who you had on your episode was one of my childhood heroes, like Christy Hester, like Christy Mack, sorry. Like I literally eat, breathe, slept basketball my whole life, literally slept with a basketball in my crib. My dad put a basketball in my fucking crib. I was an only child and he didn't have a son, so there we go. Yeah. So slept with a basketball in my crib, and then got diagnosed with scoliosis as a kid. Wore a back brace for 5 years. Like the whole weird crooked kid, got picked on and shit. But I had surgery when I was 16 and I couldn't play anymore. I had my whole spine fused.
Wow.
So I couldn't play basketball anymore, and my whole identity... You know, as a 16-year-old, your life's over, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my God, who am I as a person?
That's pretty traumatic, though.
Yeah.
Right? Like, but I went from being this, like, basketball identity, this person that knew I was going to play for Pat Summitt at Tennessee one day. This is before UConn was big in women's sports. And I was like, yep, WNBA had become a thing. I was like, that's me. Then 16 is like... well, you're not doing that anymore. So then, once I knew that basketball was no longer my future, it was like, well, I'm definitely not going to college, because what the fuck would I go to college for? There's absolutely nothing that I would want to go to school for, to learn about. Nothing sounds interesting to me. I don't want to work for anyone else. I was going to be like an NBA, WNBA star. Like, I was going to play basketball for a living. That would be the only reason I would go to college.
Right. Yep.
And so I was like, now what? And so it was kind of just snowballed over, 2 decades from there. Like, then I went to hair school and then decided, ouchie, this hurts my back. Can't do people's hair if you can't stand up all day and lean over people. But I was super creative and really good at doing hair. Still am. My family's very lucky.
Heck yeah.
I'm still really good at doing hair.
Yeah.
But also super into beauty. Never fit into a box. Super masculine. Mom cusses like a sailor. My mom built trucks. Always one of the dudes. My husband still calls me James. But also love hair and makeup. I never made sense. Like, I don't know. I've just always been one of the guys.
No, for sure.
But always loved girly things and dressing up. And yeah, so none of it made sense. Didn't know what I was going to do with my life. Got knocked up. That was fun.
That was fun?
That was actually not fun. But, I like the result. She's 13 now, so we're happy.
She's
so sweet.
Incredible.
We'll
She is
keep
an
her.
Incredible human.
She's so sweet.
Yeah, I think we'll keep her for a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least 5 more years. Yeah. So then she's on her own. No.
Right.
So had my daughter when I was 20. I got knocked up when I was 19 with a relationship I shouldn't have been in. It was a toxic, abusive, like unhealthy relationship. And then I kind of lost my shine. Once I got knocked up and became a mom, it no longer was like, I'm going to move to LA and be a makeup artist or a hair person, or it was like, now I'm stepping off. For one, never in my life did I ever think I would stay in Louisville, Kentucky. And now I'm one of Louisville's biggest advocates. And all of my friends, I bring in people from all over the world to this city now. And they're always like, oh my God, it's so amazing. You were right. And I'm like, I know. I've been trying to tell you guys.
Yeah.
So never saw myself here. Got the corporate job. I was waiting tables. I was working at Red Bull, Outback, bartending and managing. I was an assistant manager at Outback. And I worked at Humana for benefits and did the 9-to-5 thing.
Yeah.
Then worked my way up the corporate ladder, quit the other 2 jobs, became like a manager, managed a bunch of call centers in Humana. I was the youngest person to do that. And so I really did leadership development within corporate America. I taught supervisors how to be supervisors, how to manage their call centers, and how to manage people, because I had been managing people since I was 19 in a restaurant.
Yeah.
And so taught leadership development kind of there, and did a lot of public speaking for Humana. And then I didn't identify as a coach, but that's what I was doing. I was coaching leaders. And granted, I was 24 to 28 years old doing this. And some of the people I was mentoring were a lot older than me.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, I was thrown into this travel leadership job that I was really good at, and my call centers were the top performing call centers at Humana. Even when I moved, then it became the next top performing thing. And so I was always just really good at people. I'm a people person.
You really are.
I love people.
Totally.
Oh my God, if I could be best friends with everyone, I would be so happy. I
love that.
I just love people so much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just an empath, and I love people and everyone. I want everyone to be my best friend, and I want to hang out with everyone all the time. But I'm also kind of an introvert, so it's weird. I don't know.
No,
but
for sure.
I don't make sense.
It's all good. Are you a Gemini?
No.
Okay.
I don't make sense with this either. I'm a Cancer with I have a Virgo moon.
Okay.
I'm a Virgo.
Nice.
So I'm very emotionally controlled, but also a psycho at the same time.
Perfect. I feel that.
I make no sense. Yeah. So did the corporate thing, and then I saw this girl posting on social media 5.5 years ago that she had quit her teaching job to do this online marketing shit. And it was network marketing. And it was Beachbody coaching. And I was like, well, I was an athlete, so I'm sure I could be like a fitness coach.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
I just had a new baby. You know, married my husband, met my dream husband. We've been together for 10 years. He's perfect in every way. Got in a great relationship, then had babies, and didn't want to travel and do the corporate thing anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to leave these babies. My first day back from maternity leave, like that, my real rock bottom moment was I was pumping my tits in a nasty airport bathroom. This is before like breast is best. I mean, it was kind of during that movement where like there weren't lactation rooms. It was kind of like, and it wasn't acceptable to do things out in public.
You just had to,
It was like, okay, where do I do this? So my first day back from maternity leave, dropped my 12-week-old off at daycare for the first time, hop on a plane and go to North Carolina. And I called my husband. I was like, not doing this. Put in my notice that week. And because I had such big responsibilities, I gave him a 3-month notice. So literally my first week back, I said, I had the conversation with my husband. I'm going to go all in with this Beachbody thing. I'm going to do network marketing. And I didn't. I mean, I did it, but I really was broke for like the whole first year because I was afraid of what everyone would think about me, about posting on social media. And I was making like $500 a month for like a year. So we were couponing, cloth diapering, one income household with 2 kids, like trying to figure out how to make it. And I got postpartum anxiety and depression. And I couldn't leave my house. And I had panic attacks every day. And then I had a really strong community here in Louisville at the Diaper Fairy Cottage, which my friend Emily ran beautifully, which is the inspiration for me starting my community and tribe here locally. Was she literally saved my life. Her community of women, of moms, supporting other moms, quite literally saved my life. I don't know if I would be here if it weren't for that community. Wow. So I give all of my business credit always to Emily. She passed away about a year and a few months ago. But she had cancer and she got sick and the Diaper Fairy closed. Her business closed. But I ran my business on how can I carry on her legacy? Like, how can I continue what she's done and given me, and how can I give that gift back to other people? Yeah. And then I did the network marketing thing, and eventually it did really well, and I was making like $30K a year, like replacing my like normal take home after insurance and stuff. And it was like, cool, I can do this. And so I did that really well for like 3 years, and it kind of just plateaued. And I just kind of stayed at the same success for like a year or two. And I was like, why isn't this really working like it works for other people? And then I realized, oh, I'm an asshole and I shouldn't be anyone's fitness coach because I'm out of integrity, because I'm spraying my face with water and calling it a sweaty selfie. See, did my workout. Check.
Oh my God, I love that you just said that.
Chugs wine at night. Goodbye. I fucking hated being a fitness coach. I loved helping people.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm not passionate about fitness. I'm passionate about overall wellness.
Yeah.
But like, I should be no one's fitness coach. It was out of alignment, out of integrity. But I was helping all these women build their businesses. So people started coming to me naturally. I was helping wedding planners build their businesses. And I'd helped like 3 or 4 women. I'd helped the Diaper Fairy Cottage like do Facebook marketing, and I'd helped all these women build their websites and businesses and brands. And I was like, I wonder if I could get paid to do this.
So you're doing all that for free?
Yeah, for friends. I had a lot of friends coming to me. People would literally sign up under me as a Beachbody coach so that I could mentor them in their wedding businesses.
That's crazy. That's amazing.
I'll sign up as a Beachbody coach. Just teach me how to build this wedding business.
Yeah.
I was like,
Lord.
how could, and then I saw, like, I knew someone through Beachbody who had left Beachbody to do her own coaching business. And I was like, I could totally do that. I'm way better than her.
Yes.
Like, just because I was older and I had more leadership experience. Like, I'd been leading and managing people for years and public speaking and all that. And I was like, I could totally do this.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck, I don't have any money. So I hired a coach. I was making at the time about $1,000 a month, and I hired a coach, and it was $1,000 a month. I literally was at a wash.
Yeah.
But that first month that I announced that I was doing this thing, because I had spent 2-3 years posting on social media, just building a following, not knowing what I was doing.
Right.
As soon as I announced that I was doing that thing, that's when it was like, oh, that's what we want from you. We don't care about your fitness stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is what you all wanted from me. Like, I didn't know it. I made $10K in my first month, and I never looked back. And I made $10K. I've never not made less than 5 figures a month since then. So
fire.
That was 2017.
So fire. I love that.
Dang, girl.
Yeah, it's worship. Not worthy.
I'm a beauty school dropout who, in the first year of her business, retired her master's educated husband from his 6-figure corporate salary, and he works for me. So, hair toss.
Friggin' snaps. Hair toss. That's incredible. That's amazing.
But
I just hear like Lizzo in the background.
I know.
Live it.
I mean,
awesome.
I just knew that I would be successful, and I knew I never wanted to do the normal college thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That takes such a, like, I want to say like winner mindset. And I know that you talk about mindset all the time. I mean, we were even talking about mindset before we turned on this pod, like about how so much of succeeding at your business is all up in your brain.
90% of what I teach in marketing is mindset.
Yeah.
People will come to me and ask me how. I'll tell you how. But you're not going to do it until you believe it's going to work for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can tell you every strategy, every marketing tactic, everything. Like, yeah, that sounds overwhelming. I'm not going to do it. And then they won't do it unless they have their mind right. And so 90% of what I do is also teaching people how to run companies and leadership development and managing people.
For sure.
But also, get out of your own fucking way. Like, I started a self-development, like, mindset journey 7 or 8 years ago. And so it's been I wasn't born. I'm a certified fucking lazy person. I sleep in. I don't get out of bed till at least 9:30. My husband gets the kids ready and takes them to school. I don't pick up after myself. I don't do dishes. I'm the laziest person I know. Like, but I'm motivated when it comes to people. I'm motivated when it comes to the work that I do. I get excited to get out of bed in the morning and do the work.
Yep.
I'm motivated about creating a better life for my family. So I'm like a really motivated lazy person. I don't know. Like,
I love that. Well, I think it comes off as so much more realistic because we have this idea, even like when we were naming our podcast, like calling it Girl Hustle. Like I like hate the word hustle because it gives this mindset of like, you have to wake up every day at 5 a.m. to go work out.
Eat shit. Go eat shit.
Like, it's so just unrealistic, and I think it's really unhealthy for a lot of people to be in that mindset, and it's unhealthy for people to think they have to do those things in order to be successful.
But to like do them all the time, constantly.
Yeah.
The only hustle required is aligned hustle. And when I say aligned hustle,
yes.
When I say aligned hustle, meaning you can't fucking pull me away from this computer right now because I'm so in it. I love this shit. I love what I'm doing. You can't pull me away from this shit. Last night, my husband had to literally pull me from my computer because I got wrapped into this new concept for this training I'm creating next week.
You just posted about it.
Yeah. Well,
I'm like low key obsessed.
I breadcrumbed about it.
Oh,
you did.
I haven't told people what it's called yet. Six-figure street cred is what it's called. It's about building authority, like how to become an expert instantly, like how people to take you seriously really quickly. Because people took me seriously really quickly because I fucking decided they would. But also, like, there were periods of hustle, like where I definitely got up at 5 a.m. because I was nursing a new baby. Like, I had my now 3-year-old when I started this business, and she wouldn't take a bottle. So she couldn't go to daycare. Yeah. She's an asshole. And wouldn't take a bottle. And she's either going to change the world or be on the pole. We're not sure yet. Hopefully the first part.
Love it.
But she's a psycho, and I love her, but, like, it's very much her way or the highway. And I started this business with a 4-month-old. I think she was 6 months when I started this business. I started it because she got diagnosed with infantile scoliosis, and we couldn't pay our bills, our medical bills. And then a friend started a GoFundMe for me, and I'm like, this is not my life. People are not setting up charity donations for me. This is not my life.
Oh my gosh.
And that's when I decided to, like, stop being a fake fitness coach. I was like, fine, I'll stop being afraid and do the thing that I actually want to do, that people are asking me for help with, and got out of my own way.
What do you think, just from your coaching experience, why do you think people are more afraid to commit to something fully more than not?
Because
good one.
Why are they afraid to commit to it fully? Because they think fucking up is wrong when fucking up is the way to success. You fuck your way up to success. Wait, that's not wrong.
I get what you're saying.
You have to make a lot of mistakes in order to be successful. Not, if I make mistakes, I won't be successful. It's required to make a lot of mistakes. So people think that failure, they literally put their future in the opinions of everyone around them, whether that be Judgy Aunt Jane. I love talking about Judgy Aunt Jane. A mom, a dad. Like, my mom has no clue what I do. Like, she literally had a massage the other day. My mom's a massage therapist. She worked for U of L for, like, sports teams for, like, the last 10 years. And so when she'll describe, like, some of these young athletes and stuff, like, what's your daughter do? And like, she colors her hair purple and says fuck a lot, and people throw money at her. I don't know. So that's how my mom describes my line of work. And nobody really understands it yet because it's a new industry. But the internet is where all business will be in the future. Yeah. Literally, your doctor's visits are going to be on the internet. Like, almost everything is going to be convenienced and instant. And so I help people modernize their brands and business. I have brick and mortars that I work with. I have a pharmacy owner that I help with her pharmacy, and her she has a medical practice too. Like, I help them bring their businesses online and also get out of their own fucking way and stop holding themselves back from the bullshit. So, I mean, we just put our power in other people all day, every day until I think your 30s. 30s, you're really just like, fuck you, I don't care.
Yep, girl. Yep.
Fuck you, I don't care what you think about me.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm really trying to just now get into that because I just turned 30 last June. And I am really, I love my 30s so far because you really do, like, just stop giving a shit.
Just don't fucking care anymore.
I just, like, no, I'm going to do this. Like, I don't care.
But
like,
the thing about coaching is that there's always a level of bullshit that you're on layering. And when you think you've made it, and when you think you really have no fucks to give, then a coach can say, nope, here's a fuck. I see it. I see your fuck.
Absolutely.
You still give a fuck about something.
Yep.
Or you're still living in fear of this. And so we've never really made it. The thing about self-development and coaching is that I can only teach you so many marketing tactics and strategies that are working right now in the current online marketing space. But there's an unlimited level of bullshit I can find. Because there's always more bullshit. Yeah. Where's the shit? Yeah. Where are you hiding your bullshit? Because it's fear and it's hiding, or it's not being authentic, or it's living for someone else or whatever. Yeah. Something's holding you back.
Yeah. So, yeah. I feel like you're speaking directly to me.
I am talking into your
I know,
soul.
like, I'm asking myself these questions as you're speaking. I'm like,
oh my god, I'm gonna uncover so much bullshit. And you guys are gonna be so rich real soon.
Please. Ready for it. Yes. You need to call in. You need to stay. Let's powwow. Sorry, this episode's over. We'll come back next week.
Because that literally, the thoughts control our feelings control our actions produce the results we want. But if we have thoughts that create feelings of, ooh, it's not going to work, so why even try? Not going to do it. Or what's the point? Or what if someone says something? Or whatever. Then we feel sad. And when we feel sad, we don't feel motivated.
True.
We become lazy.
Yeah.
We become procrastinators, as I call it. I slay, but on my own time.
I love it.
But when we feel excited, like, oh my god, it's going to work, I can make people feel excited really quickly.
That's a gift.
But energy is transferable.
Yep.
Oh, we were just talking about this.
Yes.
So when I say I'm not trying to be a cocky asshole that say people literally pay to be around me, but they pay to be around me.
Yeah.
Because I can make you feel like $1 million, and then you'll go make $1 million.
I love that.
Period.
That's incredible.
So you can call it woo or fluff or whatever.
Who even cares?
No, there's so many people that shit doesn't work. Okay, well, you can stay broke.
Do you want to hear my manifestation story?
Yes.
This was so crazy.
Yes.
So one of my really good friends, Kelsey, gave me, I forgot the name of the book, but she gave it to me on tape, and it's all about manifestation. And so one of the things was when you go home, when you go get your mail, just be like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for all this money. And it might be a bill. You're like, I can't wait to open this. Like, so much money. I'm like, this is so stupid. I was like, but I'm going to do it. Yeah. So I go, I'm like, and Adam gets home, like, babe, we got so much money in the mail today. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, look, LG&E, money. And so I go through it, and there's one from the IRS. I'm like, we're going to be rich.
Oh my God.
Like, or we're getting audited. And I was like, it's going to be the money. Open it, $1,400.
Oh, yeah.
That's like my favorite manifestation.
That's the
story.
best. One of my favorite tools of manifestation is once you've set an intention on something that you want, something that you desire, I say God. I used to say the universe because I was afraid people would think I was super religious if I said God. Now I say God because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
If you think I'm religious or not. I'm not, but I don't give a fuck if you think I am.
Right.
So,
Love it.
I used to say universe because I'm like, what if spiritual people think that I'm Christian or whatever? I'm like, whatever. Jesus was really cool. So I don't know why people that aren't Christian hate on Christians because Jesus was tight.
Jesus was tight, for sure.
For sure. Yeah. Like, Jesus was so tight. So,
love it.
So I will ask God, I'll say, okay, I have decided this is the thing that I desire. This is the thing that I want. Once you've really locked it in and said, okay, we're doing this. This is the thing we're obtaining. And I'm not talking about necessarily material. It's next level, or it's manifesting your partner, or I've decided that this is the thing that I'm focusing my intention and energy on. I am choosing a specific sign. If I'm on the right path, if this is truly a desire that's meant for me, show me the sign. And then you pick the sign. Like for me, recently it was a butterfly. Like if I'm on the right path, show me a fucking butterfly.
That's awesome.
Literally, my husband's best friend at the gym that day shows up wearing, he's a bro's bro. Like, shows up wearing a cutoff t-shirt that has a big ass butterfly on it. And I was like,
shut up. Holy cow.
I've never for one seen him wear anything remotely feminine.
Yeah.
And here's this like butterfly graphic t-shirt. Like one giant butterfly.
That's amazing.
Right in the middle of this big man shirt. And I'm like, ooh, that's weird.
The feels.
I've gotten. That is amazing.
My husband, I get chills just thinking about it because my husband sent me a picture. You're not going to believe what Tony's wearing today.
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing.
Like, there you go.
What are some ways that you think you can really get in tune with that? Because I think that, especially when, it comes to me, I try to like see and like interpret signs from the universe or God or whatever. But sometimes we can get so in our head of like, oh, well, like, but is this really like this sign? Whatever. Like, what do you use and what mindset do you get in to really get in tune and really listen for the right sign?
Well, I noticed that you still use the word try. Try is not a word that works in manifesting. So
she's rating me.
Yoda's quote is literally the most serious quote in manifesting ever. The Yoda quote from Star Wars. Do or do not, there is no try. And why I say that is your brain actually, this is brain science, your brain actually doesn't understand try. And I learned this in coaching people throughout fitness and leadership and all the things. Like, your brain physically gets confused when you say try. Your brain understands stop, go, yes, no, do, don't, call, don't call.
It's like you're giving yourself
sit,
a loophole.
stand. So your brain automatically defaults try into the no bucket, the don't bucket. So when you say, I'm going to try to work out tomorrow, you're automatically saying, I'm not going to work out tomorrow out loud into the world, into the universe. Like, your brain doesn't understand it, so it just defaults because it has to put it into one or the other. It doesn't. Most people's brains can't compute in the middle. This is why we put everything in a box. Why do we need a label on everyone and everything? Our brain doesn't understand. So, if you say, I'm deciding that I'm going to see this sign, this specific sign, I'm deciding this is the sign, this is what's going to start showing up for me to show me I'm on the right path. And you lock it in. And it's so easy, like, oh, well, she just decided to be rich.
Yeah, I did. Thanks.
It is and is not that simple. It is simple. Like, choosing, drawing a line in the sand. A lot of people need a rock bottom moment to draw a line in the sand.
Yes. Oh,
but you can manufacture your own rock bottom.
Yeah.
We do it in our heads every day. Come on. Like,
yes.
oh my God, the world is ending. I'm going to die and I'm going to be broke forever. Like, how am I ever going to live? Yeah, like we manufacture rock bottoms in our head every day. So
That's...
a lot of people have to have that like come to Jesus aha moment. Like, well, it can't get any worse than this. Like, all right, fine, let's go. Let's do it. Like for me, it was when my daughter got diagnosed with scoliosis at 4 months old. And so that was the, oh my God, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Wake up moment. But you don't have to have that to choose right now. You can choose to change your life. You can choose to start the business. You can choose to be an expert. You can choose, for me, why I made so much money in the beginning and have ever since is I decided that day everyone was going to take me really fucking seriously because I was going to take myself that seriously. I had an assistant before I had my first client. You can email my assistant. I had 0 paying clients. I was paying $1,000 a month for a coach to teach me how to do these things. And I paid $500 a month for an assistant. I had $0 coming in. I was negative $500 in the hole, pulling from my husband's savings. Because I want everyone to know this is a serious fucking business. I got a professional photo shoot as soon as I launched. I didn't have a website yet, but I got it in a few months. But like, everyone's going to take me as seriously as I'm taking this. People will take you as seriously as you take you.
Yes.
Period.
Word up.
So one question I keep thinking is, you have such like an energy about you. At the end of the day, are you just exhausted?
We are power plants. So we... energy can be created. So we don't have a limited supply. We can generate more energy whenever we choose.
Okay.
So because of that, I am my entire life is dedicated to protecting the fuck out of my energy. I do not hang out with people that don't fuel my energy. I do not do any tasks in my home. Now, this is now that I have a 7-figure company, but it was slow over time.
Yeah, you got there.
Yeah.
I am so fully supported in every ounce of my life. My mom takes my kids to their practice. I brought my mom on our team as our home life assistant. My mom takes the dog for her shots. My mom takes the kids to their practices. My mom retired from U of L sports this year, so she's not rubbing 20-year-old asses anymore, sadly. I can tell you off the mic who has the best butt from the football team.
We're making a list.
Yeah, I can tell you who has the best butt. Not from personal experience, but from my mom's experience. So she retired from there, and I was like, we need more help. I was either going to have to hire a nanny to do all the like admin stuff. I was like, why not just hire my mom?
Yeah.
At home. I don't do laundry. I have a cleaning lady. I don't do laundry. I don't cook my meals. I literally do nothing but produce value into the world, help people, create content, build relationships, mentor people, coach, teach, and parent my children. And that is it.
That's incredible.
And then
That is it. That's like a list of all.
And then I self-care the fuck out of myself. Like, I get my hair done. I get pedicures. Like, I don't eat like shit anymore. I can't afford to. My energy is my money. So money and energy are the same. So understanding that once you learn how to harness energy and produce more energy in yourself, like I can generate excitement whenever I choose to. It's just thoughts. I don't put shit in my body anymore. I don't drink as much as I used to. I still drink.
Right.
But I don't eat like shit and I work out. Like I do things that make me feel good. I take really good care of myself. I drink a fuck ton of water. And sometimes shit happens. And you know, I'm not always on. Like I'm a former like depressed, anxious person who over time made the shift to who I am. It wasn't overnight. This was a 7-year process. But when you're dedicated to the process and knowing that life's going to knock you down, there's going to be shit. Someone's going to shit on your parade, or you're going to not set boundaries in a way where you allow someone to shit on your parade. But then you learn to set boundaries and you get better and you get up and you do it again. And there's been a lot of times where I've made a lot of mistakes and lost a lot of money, but I was willing to make a 6-figure mistake and lose 6 figures in money to learn a 6-figure lesson or get the rewards.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's it's every day. Just, you have to be driven by something bigger than, and I think Leah and I talked about this when we met for brunch, that I, since I was 5, knew that I was supposed to do something important in the world. When you're 5, you don't really understand. But I knew when I was 5 that I was supposed to be a big person in the world. I don't know how, but I always felt called to do something, whether it be God, universe, whatever. Like, I knew I had a mission on this earth, and I let life get in the way, getting pregnant, working 3 jobs at 21, like being in an abusive relationship, getting raped. Like, I've been in every physically bad situation a woman can be in, being taken advantage of, credit card debt, like any teen pregnancy, whatever. Like, I've been through it all. Like, and a lot of times I got knocked down for long years, like long periods of time where I didn't, and then postpartum after my son, I couldn't leave my house. Like, there's so many things that have made me forget who I was. So much of what I teach is helping women remember who the fuck they are. It's a lot of unbecoming all this bullshit that happened to them along the way. Because kids know so much. They're so much wiser than we give them credit for. They haven't felt the pain of life yet. They haven't been shit on and stomped on and beat up and fucked over and you know what I mean. So so much, I think why you said 30s are great. You're unbecoming all the bullshit that happened to you from like 13 to 25.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just like such a big power. I mean, like, I'm not a box. I like this and I like this, and they don't really match, but I like both of them.
Yeah.
And I'm not that. I'm me. And it's like accepting that. There's like such, what's the word? Exhilaration.
Yeah.
Power.
And empower.
Yeah.
Just being like,
liberation.
no, I like that. I like that. I like you. I don't like you. And this is me.
And this is you. Yeah. And a lot of it is just really, really, really asking yourself, am I doing the things I think I'm supposed to do, or am I doing what I actually want to do with my life? Mm-hmm. Am I being the person I actually want to be? Mm-hmm. Or am I living my life for someone else's expectations of me?
Do you ever listen to Ed Milet?
No, I don't know who that is.
He's like, I don't know how to describe him. I really like a lot of the things he talks about, though. And one of the things he said on one of his podcasts that has stuck with me forever is like, when my time comes and I meet my maker, I believe God, and that he says, he shows me who he meant for me to be, I want to recognize that person. Because he expects the best. He's like, created you to be this amazing person. When I die, I want to be like, I know him, that's me. Instead of being like, oh, I guess I could have been that.
Yeah. Oh, that's deep.
I love it. That's like always like just burnt inside of me. I'm like, okay.
That's so good. And it's, there are some people that will never live up to who they were supposed to be because they allow themselves to be a victim of their own stories. I just had a talk with a client about this. She had an abusive alcoholic mother that passed away when she was 10, but she was her caregiver, and
oh dang.
So she has a story that, and this is that she couldn't do cool things in life because that was her past. I had a story that I had to realize was not why I couldn't be, but why I have to be who I am. And so my story was, I had a rough childhood. Shit happened with my parents that I won't talk about here. But, like, I had fucked up childhood. I was raped. I was molested. I don't have a college education and everyone else around me does. Mm-hmm. I decided not to, but I still felt insecure about it sometimes, about that choice. Like, I had a hard time owning that, nope, this is not me. Mm-hmm. I was a young mom. I'm not educated. I have ADD. Oh, well, I have ADD, so I can never be organized. Or I have ADD, so I can never be super successful because, like, you have to be a high performer. You have to have a certain routine. You have to be not a lazy person to be super successful.
Most really good salespeople are super ADD.
Yeah.
It's just like a trait.
That absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think ADD, this is my opinion, but not fact. I don't think ADD is real. I think it's real, but I think it's like not a diagnosis, but it's an enhancement.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes. Slam dunk.
Slam dunk.
My ADD is what makes me magic, not what holds me back.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Exactly.
That's why I'm able to juggle 18 balls at once.
Yeah, because you can focus on like whichever one you want at any time.
Anytime, yeah.
I love that.
That's the dog energy.
That's the dog energy.
Yes.
That's the dog energy.
I feel that.
I love that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So at the end of any interview that we do, we like to do a yoga session with our guest, which means you don't have to move. You're like, oh my gosh, we're not doing yoga. But what we do is, so usually at the end of a yoga class, the teacher's like, hey, do whatever pose you want for like 2 minutes. And so we want to give you a platform here for the last couple minutes. If there's anything you're really passionate about today that you want to talk about, if you can literally be a mindset thing. It could be a series you watched on Netflix. We don't care. So this is your opportune time to be able to talk about whatever we did not get to touch on today.
Yeah.
I am not special. I want everyone to know that. I am a person who decided to believe. This is a choice because we all believe in free will. We have the ability to choose our thoughts. I was a person that decided to believe, and beliefs are thoughts we choose to think repeatedly, decided to believe that I was created with the same magic that created Beyonce. So why not me? If it's a desire on my heart, that I'm already pre-qualified for it. Meaning, if you have a desire for something, to start a business, to become an actress, to do whatever the fuck it is you want to do, that means God gave you that desire because you are already good enough to have it. If you weren't pre-qualified for it, you would not have the desire. So meaning, if you have a desire, God put it there because you are qualified to do that thing. You have the thing, which makes you qualified. If you didn't have that desire, if you weren't qualified for it, you wouldn't have that desire.
That's soul right there.
It's not wrong. It's true. Now, granted, I desire to be an NBA player might sound crazy, but I don't believe that it's impossible. I truly believe now, with understanding how thoughts work and understanding that I control my thoughts, not the other way around, that if I wanted to, I could become an Oscar-winning actress. Might take me a while, but I believe that I could do it. I know that about myself. I also know that if I wanted to become the next Lady Gaga, I also know that I could do that too. I also know that if I wanted to be president of the United States, I also believe full body in my fucking soul that I could do that too. There's literally nothing that I could not do, and I know that about myself. If I wanted to. Not saying I want to do all those things.
Right.
But if I wanted to, if I had that desire, I know I could fucking do it.
That's awesome.
Period.
Girl, you are amazing, and we love you.
So
and we're
very
so
much.
happy you came on today.
Slay for president 2020.
Slay. Yes, queen.
Vote Slay!
Yes.
great.
So tell the people where they can find you on social media.
www.psychopurplegirl.com. No, just kidding.
Rebranding.
theslaycoach.com, Instagram @theslaycoach, and the Chardonnay and Slay Your Business podcast. That's my podcast
I
voice.
love it.
And it's incredible.
You have a great podcast voice.
My intro is
good.
so fucking not me, but I love it. I love being my podcast voice. Like, it's me acting like my podcast voice.
Yes.
Hey, Slayers, and welcome to the Chardonnay and Slay Your Business podcast.
Oh, girl, that's a podcast voice. That's incredible.
I love it.
Yeah,
That
so
is so great.
and Chardonnay and Slay events. If you're in Louisville, come to a networking event.
So great.
They're so, oh my gosh, they're such a great
so great.
community. They're
So
wonderful.
if you're
wonderful.
interested in starting a business and have no idea what you want to do yet, yes, it's for you. It's for you if you have a business. It's for you if you don't have a business. Just come.
Just come. Meet cool people.
Come be weird with me.
Amazing.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, thank you.
You're an awesome person, and we love you.
love you
and
guys.
we will be back next week with another cute guest.
And I'll slay you again later.
Hey.